on, guys? I am super pumped to be back on this car. This is kind of a difficult video to make. Has been a little bit difficult video to make because of where I left off. But as you see in the intro, we've been quite busy here at my household. But I wanted to get back on and give you guys an update on this car, where it's at, where it's going, what's been done. Because last video on this car was we were literally getting ready to spray it. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring you up on it closer. As you can see, we got it sprayed. The front bumper is just barely hanging on, hanging on the front a little bit because it's going to come back off to get some other paint work done, the headlight buckets and stuff. We've got the rear end together. The doors are pretty much together other than the mirrors and the triangle weather strip deals here and a couple of little things, some ground effects and stuff like that. So, but as you can tell, for the most part, it's painted. It looks awesome. I thought I liked it before, but I really like it now. And won't be long and we'll be able to get on the interior, get the rest of the body pieces painted on, and then we'll switch to the interior and finally the mechanical work. So I'm gonna bring you guys in closer, show you some up close stuff of it, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So you can see that front bumper's painted and it's just kind of hung on there for now, but the blisters are also just sitting in there. I'm gonna paint the bottom side of them black. We did finally get our weather stripping in. I was waiting on that for a little bit. So this weather stripping is new, the felts are new, and the door rubber inside is new. We cleaned up the key, lock cylinder, and handles. Those are all back in functioning. This is my favorite part of the car right now. Obviously it's the most finished. The taillights were I restored those, repainted, sanded them, repainted the black, and then barely smoked them, and then re-cleared them, and they pop. They look awesome. Great condition. But yeah, the paint on this car is beautiful. I mean, it looks really good right now, and it's not finished, needs polished, all that good stuff. But for the most part, it's pretty sweet. Let's see here. And this color is really hard to capture in pictures. I've taken a couple pictures of it. You can kind of see the pearl, but it's really tough. Hopefully once I get it running good all together, I can get some really good pictures of it in the sun. Oh no, got some water spots, pick that up. Yeah, I can't hardly get there's not enough sun out here today. So I think now I'm gonna go over, I told everybody in one of the videos that I would go over what materials are on this car, what I use, what I've been using lately anyways. I've used just about most brands there are out there. I've been painting a long time and used just about everything, always looking for the latest, greatest thing. So, and I might have found something in this project here. So, all right, guys. So all the primer work on this car, obviously most of this car is stripped down to metal, as you've seen. If you've seen the videos before, before this one, most of it was stripped down to metal, and then I use Summit Racing brand epoxy and Summit Racing brand high build primer. That stuff, it's cheap to buy, but it really works well. The 2K primer sands really well, powdery, powders up good, sands well. The epoxy's great, and that got us to the stage, where the last video was, ready to paint it. And the color on this car is called Ultra Blue Pearl, and it's made by Kirker, which is a very cheap brand of base coat. I think a gallon of paint to paint this car was like $120. I've been using Kirker for years on a lot of overalls. I would not use it for something that if you're, got to paint this door, but this is already painted. I don't think it would match. I wouldn't even try to match it, but it's good for overalls. This car's got Kirker paint on it. Gray Camaro's got Kirker paint. It's been painted for 15 years. And I've painted a lot of other ones with Kirker base coat. I wouldn't use their clear coat. I've used their clear coat. I don't like it at all. But the Kirker base coat, if you're doing it all over, it's hard to beat. And then this car factory was Ultra Blue pearl as well. So I think it's what Kirker does is I think it's kind of they take factory colors and kind of make them, make their colors off of a factory color because this color is super close. I mean, I've got some of the ground effect stuff that are factory color, and this color is really close to the factory color. Close enough for me. Like I said, I'm building this thing to drive and enjoy and play with. I'm not doing it for like a museum style restoration or anything. So I saved the money on the base coat, painted Kirker base coat, love it, looks great. And the clear, this is a new clear I've been using recently. I painted some small things with it, loved it. This is the first overall car I've painted with it. It's Tamco, T-A-M-C-O, Tamco, and the number the clear number for this was the 2104. That's what I used on this. It's a very high solids clear. It's 2-to-1. It loves a lot of air pressure, and I reduced it 10% for this since I was doing it all over and to get it to lay out, and I love it. It retains shine like crazy. This car now has been painted for, heck, I don't even know, at least a month, maybe 2, and it retains shine like crazy, even without polishing it, but I polish pretty much everything I do, especially like, all overs or whatever, but it retains the shine really well, and it's a tough clear. I've noticed it's a really tough clear already too, working around it and kind of, messing with it. So I really, and that stuff I think is like, I think it's like $2.20 for a gallon of paint or clear, and the activator and reducer, which is, more on the entry level side of things as far as cost goes. I've used DuPont back when it was DuPont. Now it got bought out, and that's good clear. I've used PPG, that's good clear, but honestly, for the price point compared to those PPG and stuff, this is hard to beat quality wise. So I'm happy with it. At least it is a learning curve though to spray it if you're used to like a 4-to-1 economy clear or something like that. It is definitely different. But Kirker base coat, if you're doing your own car at home, and in my opinion, if you don't have to match it, base coat is base coat. You get it down. The clear is what holds the, retains the shine, and all the protective properties are in the clear coat. Yeah. So that's what's on this car. I've got under $500 in materials on painting this car, from the epoxy, the primer, the base coat, and the clear coat. So it's really hard to beat that as far as that goes. So yeah. I'm gonna end this video here. I don't know the best way to end it, so we're gonna end it there. The next video on this car will be of the rest of the pieces getting painted and put on, which is gonna be the 2 mirrors, the rocker ground effects, the door ground effects, and then the front chin spoiler. And then, after that, the exterior will be complete. We'll polish it, and then we'll be getting on the interior, which I can't wait for. We picked up some goodies for the interior, and then finally mechanical stuff. So I apologize for a little delay in putting out videos. We also did get the Nova back, which we'll go over that in the next video. So we're getting ready to get hammering back on that car too. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all the support. There's been a lot of people reaching out about the car, wanting to know what's going on with it and updates, stuff like that. So here's the update, and now that our lives has kind of settled back in a little bit as much as they can with a newborn, we'll be putting more out and getting a lot of things done. So I appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.